Good morning, mother of many horses. Anyways, so the plan today is I've got to go pick up some feed, borrow a truck, take my truck to the shop, and then I'm coming back here and I'm going to get the garbage pail camera done so that we can move the cameras around, and I'm going to get my act together now. And I'm thinking tomorrow the ducks are going to get out. We'll get back to normal. I'll have the guns ready. I'm just going to check the weather here. Hello, Mary. Notifications are really slow this morning. And, oh, we got a rainfall warning in effect, guys. Oh, it's just going to pour for 2 days. Rain heavy at time, risk of thunderstorms this morning, 30 to 40 millimeters of rain. I'll show you. We got serious rain coming. Well, it started already, actually. And thunder showers. Right. So that's the Ottawa warning. And special weather effect in Renfrew. So the weather station that does Renfrew is 100 kilometers north of me, and Ottawa's 180 kilometers south. So I like take the average between the two of them. Okay, somebody just put a big a big chat there about eggs or something. I don't know. Hello, John. John's outside. How are you? I know we deserve some sunshine. It's not looking good. 30 to 40 millimeters of rain. You know what that's good for? Washing the pen out. That could end up being my plan today. Washing the pen out with the ducks in it, because I can't let the ducks out and wash the pen, because that means I'm not watching the bush, which means a coyote, and coyotes love to come out during storms. Dirty, rainy weather, they use the rain as cover to hunt. The Dougie, there he is. Right behind me. He woke me up. He jumped. He was like a jack-in-box coming off the bed this morning with the fox in the yard, and then not even 5 minutes later, the ducks freaked out totally, and that's when I totally sprung out of bed. I was already getting half up because I was like, as soon as Doug was barking, you can't take a shot because the fox takes off. So I jumped up, and the lights were off. The pan lights turned off. So that's why I was outside earlier on the other stream, that I had to reset the timer. The timer was off. It was turning on. I turned off too early this morning, or it's too dark because of the storm. I'm thinking that's what it is. Anyways, so I added another hour to the day on the timer. Oh, hang on. Oh yeah, see, that's what they panic big time. Banana, One Angry Banana. That's an interesting name. You're welcome to the channel. Yeah, when you turn the lights are off, guys, a lot of people don't understand that, eh? When there's no lights, they lose it. Peter, going to the Netherlands, bringing my ducks with me, maybe? Counting ducks, counting cows. I'm not counting. Yeah, so anyways. Bring the duck adventure. Well, bring me and I can start another adventure there. But I just want to click on the old weather warning. Alberta. Alberta could be the best place in Canada here in a couple of years. I'm just looking. Whoa. Oh, okay. A slow-moving upper disturbance over Lake Huron is expected to generate significant rainfall amounts over much of eastern Ontario. Periods of rain, heavy at times, will continue into tonight, with the total rainfall amounts reaching between 40 to 100 millimeters of rain by tomorrow morning. 4 inches of water. Penn's going to get washed out on its own. That is a lot of water. Holy mackerels. So what's the other one? The special statement. Okay, so they're saying Petawawa is 40 millimeters of rain. That's a lot of rain. See, that's this is like, you cannot let the ducks out in this weather, because they would just be all over the place drilling, and then the foxes and the coyotes would be like all over the place. I've gone. I'm so glad they're still in lockdown. Oh man, oh man. I've dealt with this before. This type of weather, rain like this, with the ducks, and I have. It's a vivid memory. Actually, it's a very vivid memory of what it was like running around the property, panicking with a shotgun at 9:30 at night, because when it's raining, the ducks don't want to go back into the pen. And Doug and I remember this. This was the first year Doug was here, actually. And Doug wasn't really, like the way he is now, so in tune with his job. And him and I were down in the boat trying to get the ducks back to the property. They wouldn't come off the water, and it was dark, and we were like, it was hell. It was total hell. So I got the ducks up the creek. And then that's when Doug lost it and took off, jumped out of the boat onto the shoreline and took off up to the house. I look up at the house, and all I could see was 4 or 5 silhouettes. I think it was five silhouettes of coyotes in the yard. But when Doug started running towards the yard barking, they took off, and I was in the boat with the shotgun, trying to chase the ducks back up to the pen, and coyotes in the yard. Doug's running up there. Oh, I remember that. And I was running through the swamp. I felt like I was in freaking Vietnam running around. It was bad. It was all at war. Rain coming down. It was just, and the ducks would not go in the pen because, actually I think Night Euro just said it, worms. That's it. The ducks are crazy about worms, and they know with the rain, it's the lawns infested with worms. It's not good. So it's like they're not getting out. I look. It's a duck weather forecast channel specifically for ducks, paid for by the Canadian taxpayers. Oh, the Canadian taxpayers put this special website up for me, just for me. No one else. If I shared the URL to you, I might go to jail. It's top secret. I'm not allowed to share it. I could share it though and take a chance if you wouldn't report me. Why is Doug called Doug? Because the day I rescued him, he tried digging up a dead dog in front of me. So I figured, oh, he's a digger. So a digger, well, Doug. That's how he got his name. That's exactly how he got his name. Plus his name at the time started with a D, and I didn't like his name. I hated it because it was a name of a person that when I was a child used to beat me up. He was a bully. So I didn't really want my dog named after a bully that used to beat me up when I was a kid. I could potentially go to jail if I shared you this special site that I go to. Don't trust the internet and keep it to myself. I already showed you guys a screenshot of it. I could be in so much trouble just for that, like they lay this all out for me. A lot of money spent on the duck adventure by the Canadian government. There's 18 agents watching right now. I know, at least. Big Brother's watching the Duck Adventure to make sure that I'm not sharing this special website that gives the weather here. Why are there agents watching? Because I had shown a screenshot of the weather, and oh, good morning, Tom. And because of the screenshot, automatically gets flagged by the NSA and gets reported to the special division of the weather forecasting division for the Ducks. Not as bad as that elephant that came out of the swamp last night. Speaking of that, last night's stream was so screwed up. I don't know if anybody was watching last night. Probably a different group because it was late at night. But for some reason, the app, it crashed, but it didn't crash because it said that I was live and I was connected. But I could see the chat, you guys chatting away, and but everybody else, like, the stream was over as far as you were concerned, and I was watching you guys chatting, and the amount of people were dropping off that were showing how many people were watching. It was the most bizarre thing because I thought I was working. I could see the screen, I could see the chat rolling by, but the number of people watching kept dropping, and the chat was just rolling by, people talking, and everybody was talking that the stream had ended. But it was working on my end. YouTube, seriously, man. The last couple of weeks, it's been bad. It's been bad. They're doing something, you know, but they'll never admit. Google will never admit that they're doing something to the site. You never get notified. No, Night Euro. Actually, everybody else who's watching right now, you know what I found? That if you unsub from the channel, okay, resub and then redo the notifications, it starts working again. It's like a reset. I suggest trying that because I've had to do that with channels that I watch, and I've had to unsub from them, resub, and then re-click the bell and start all over again. It's like a reset. That's what I have found. Works for me. I don't know if it'll work for you, being a viewer of my channel. Or the Ducks channel, I should say. Not mine. It's the Ducks. Doug and the Ducks. Well, we'll find out if it works on the notification. I know with mine it does. Because I was getting, like, I couldn't figure out channels that I've been watching for years. And all of a sudden they were, like, gone. And I was like, I click on them. I was like, okay, you haven't put a video up in 3 weeks. And yep, they had like 30 videos up. I'm a big news watcher. I have a short attention span, basically, especially this time of year. Really short attention span, so I can only handle news. Exactly, Night Euro. I'm getting notifications on things that I'm not even subscribed to. It's crazy, the suggested page that pops up for me. It's like, I don't watch these channels. Why are they showing me this stuff? And if it's based on my viewing habits, there's something wrong because I don't watch that kind of content. It's the most bizarre thing. It's YouTube trying to, force their stuff down your throat. Heaven forbid they, give you content that that you normally watch, or content similar to what you normally watch. Not as weird as this morning. The lights going off early. I've not noticed that. Yes, John, outside they do that. It's complete garbage what they suggest to people to watch. It's just some of the stuff I get suggested to me, and I was like, what is this? Like, I know when the lights go off, that's why you have to have what you call it, lights. If you don't have lights, they just freak right out all the time. Imagine all night without lights in the pen with a fox running around the outside. Could you just imagine the stampede inside that pen? It would be massive. There would be hurt ducks every morning. Hurt ducks, sprained hips, hurt legs. They'd be piling into the barn, they'd be piling into the shed, they'd be like, but most of the time they do this big group thing where they get in a group and then they run over each other and trample each other. So the lights keep them calm, they can see. They might get into a big huddle in the middle of the pen because a fox is running around the outside, or a coyote, but at least they're calm panic. It's not freaking peak panic, and that's what the lights do. The lights are the secret, so that they can see. That's what I have found. Anyways, after all the years of doing this, I found that the lights work outside. Keeps them calm because they panic in a flock. Total panic. Well, anybody we've watched last night when I went into the barn, the panic on that stream. The two streams. One was running in the barn, and one I walked in, and and I just stood there. I didn't even move. I didn't even go into their space. I just stood at the door, and it was like freaking right out. So, Dragon Night. I'm thinking that's Ty. What you've just posted. I'm thinking it's Ty. Oh, Doug's up. Something's here, Doug? Something here? He's watching. I was planning on doing some shooting today. Actually, I was going to be gun day Monday, because I got my 2 rifles. I did that last night. Actually, I did a little bit of tweaking on my rifles, so they need to be. I need to sight them in. The 2 different ones, one for the backyard and one for the swamp, and that was my plan today. But with 40 to 100 millimeters of rain coming, I won't be doing that. But then I discovered my truck is broken, so I've got a new project today: fix the truck, get the truck, because I was supposed to pick up the bags of feed. I was going to whip to Roberts this morning really early and pick up 3,800 pounds of feed because I got 2 bags left, and man, oh man, we put the truck into reverse and it just sat there. And then finally I rev, and she started to move, and then she started going clunk, 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 and I was like, oh, what's going on? Because the truck worked perfect the last time I had it out. And I babied that truck, guys. You have no idea how I babied that truck. I'm trying to milk as much life as I can out of the old pig. And I was like, I didn't break it. And something told me check the tranny. So leave it in park island and pull the stick out. Not a drop of oil on the stick. Nothing. So then I thought, okay, I don't have any transmission fluid. So I had to run to town in the car to the gas station. And something told me buy 3 jugs of fluid. Well, I poured 2 jugs in. She disappeared. Just the tip of the stick appeared on the stick. And then I poured the 3rd one in, and I looked and I could see this squirting underneath the truck. I was like, okay, that's not good, squirting under the truck. Turns out the line, big split, and I look at it, it's rusted from one end to the other, and it's like, because I thought, okay, I gotta just patch it, use some fuel line, put a clamp on her, and a hose, cut it with a hacksaw, slide a hose on her, and we're good to go, Nope. So I gotta throw some more fluid in it, and then drive it into town, straight to the garage. Hopefully we make her, and actually I'm gonna buy, when I'm back in town today, I'm gonna buy 2 more jugs, just in case I don't make it to town. Oh, I hope it doesn't blow completely on the way to town. I might crawl in there with some duct tape. And problem is that the lines are tight together, and it's like there's no way of getting around, like, to tape them or anything temporary to get to town. I'm hoping that there's just a squirt while I get to town. Take it to the garage and get them to replace the line, because I'm to patch it. It's just gonna, way they're rusted, because the line's like, it's 1992, so that is 25 years old, that line. So I got to replace the whole line, because I've done this before on that truck, where I've patched lines, the fuel line actually, and yes, it's made out of metal. That's why it's rusted. But I patched my fuel line, and that was a horror show because I patched it 3 times, and then I finally replaced the whole thing right from the front to the back, because it just, every time I needed the truck, I would get a new fuel line crack somewhere else, leak somewhere else. So that's the same thing with this transmission line. It's metal. It's exactly like the fuel line. So it's like, just replace the whole thing, because I know it'll happen. I'll put patch that apart, and then I'll be driving, and it'll start leaking farther up the day before I need to pick up feed, just like today. So that's what happened here yesterday. All the screwing around. I was supposed to be relaxing, recharging, and I was running around doing that. And like I said, I was going to sit in the truck last night, and the Fox never set Doug off till this morning. But according to what I've been told by some viewers, that the Fox was here last night multiple times, but I never heard a thing. Doug never freaked out until this morning at 5 o'clock. And people say it's posted, but back to that, guys. If you want to post, if you want me to see stuff that you're posting, friend me on Facebook. Go below, friend me, and then that way you can, link. You can share it right to me personally, because you have no idea. You know, on Facebook, the little, what do they call that? The globe with the notifications. Do you know how many notifications when I go in the morning when I log in on? How many notifications are there? It's like anywhere from 90 to 200. I don't even click on it anymore. It's like, it's just too much. Like, if I click on it, so like if you're tagging me or sharing it to other pages or anything like that, it just gets lost in the notification world. But if you click it, if you share it directly to me, as in, you friend me on Facebook, I actually click on my profile, and I just look at the notifications there, because I have it set that I have to review it, because I was getting hit with a whole bunch of porn stuff, because people were posting dating sites and porn sites on my profile. So I put everything so that I have to review it. So I get notified what's on my profile, and I actually look at it. And that way I'll get to see all these sightings that you guys capture, because I would like to see them and approximate what time it takes place, because I'm not getting notifications here in the backyard with Doug, which I'm really shocked, because usually that's the best notification. Or I'm just so tired that I'm sleeping that I don't hear anything. I have been sleeping pretty dead to the world when I go to bed. Dead to the world, actually. So that's what's happening here. And I'm going to end the stream, and I'm going to get on with my day. I've got to fix the, I got to start a new stream here, because last night I was so tired I forgot to turn the stream, I forgot to restart a stream last night. So it's been running for 24 hours. I don't know if YouTube will make a copy of it when it's 24 hours long. That might be lost footage. Don't forget to friend me so that I can get it. And the thing is like it's an exclusive club, guys, to be a friend of the Mac Goose on Facebook, because you can only have 5,000 friends, and then Facebook cuts you off, right? So if you don't become a friend now, there's a good chance you'll never become a friend, because the day's going to come that Mac Goose is going to have 5,000 friends, and then Facebook's going to have the limit kick in, and you're not going to be able to friend me. And I need a haircut. I just realized I can see a little bit of fluff happening there. Oh man! All right, I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to get on with my day, because I have to. I've got to do a bunch of runarounds that I didn't count on. You tuned in to see Doug, but not me. Doug's now sleeping over in the living room. He has moved to the living room carpet. It's more comfortable. Everybody else, you're going to bed night, Euro? What time zone are you? Oh, you're here in Alberta. What are you doing up so late? I'm going to say goodbye, guys, and get on with my day here, and we're going to make a garbage pail camera today. It's going to happen. Has to happen. So I'm going to be shutting down the streams to steal the garbage can to take it to the garage to copy it. $11 in the morning. So you're in the UK right now, or Germany. 11? Germany. Tammy's in Germany, is that right? Yep. Is that what yep means? UK. Okay, UK. All right. See, I got this time zone thing down. Yeah, Germany. See, Germany's 1 hour ahead of the UK. Am I right on that one? 12:14 in Germany. Yes, there you go. See, I got her all down pat, guys. I know what's going on here. I'm an international kind of guy. I'm a walking time clock, time zones. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me this morning. And anybody that missed the stream from me walking around outside at 5 a.m., go check it out. Had to turn the lights back on. Hopefully that's not going to happen again. Like I said, I added an hour on each way so that the ducks don't have this freaking out in the morning. And it's going to be really, really wet. So I'm using the wrong bait to catch the turtles. Well, the best bait is live fish. Oh, I don't have any live fish. And that's just the way it is. Oh, the rain. If 100 millimeters of rain tomorrow, the pen will be almost completely washed out with 100 millimeters of rain. It's actually a really good thing. Actually, this much rain, it'll wash her right out completely. But it's also a good reason to get the second garbage can running, so that we can have 2 garbage cans going in the pen. So that's what's happening here. So there will be something constructive happening here today on the Duck Adventure, as in making a garbage can camera setup and dealing with a bunch of rain and getting the truck fixed. The truck's going into the garage this morning. So I'm gonna say goodbye because it's 6 a.m. I gotta get a bunch of things done, and actually the pen's not bad right now, guys, because it's been so dry. The pen is dry. It's not a slurry of a mess. It will be a nasty mess with this rain, but like I said, it'll be washing it away. Ideally, when it's pouring, that's the time to go in with the big hose, and it really washes out fast then, which is potentially could happen. I might get my rain suit on and go out there and do that. We'll see what happens. See what my day's like. I got to be careful on what I make on my to-do list. I got to be really careful because that's why I got burnt out. That's why the last 3 days have been a mess. You guys have no idea what it was like. I'm feeling a little bit better today, but I gotta pace myself. So that's what's going on here today. So I'll be chatting to you. I'll turn some streams on when I bring the feed back in my buddy's truck. Smallest feed run in the history of the Duck Adventure actually taking place today. And I still got to do the GoFundMe update. I haven't done that either. So that's another thing I got to do, is update that on what is going on here. But like I said, we just got a curveball. Got to go get the truck fixed. Have a great day. Enjoy your coffee, whoever's having coffee. Enjoy your lunch, who's ever having lunch. And we'll chat later.